Hi guys, welcome to another amazing episode of Lola's Voice. My name is Lola and I'm your host on this channel. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the SARS movement and how the Nigerian youth have coordinated themselves all over the world and in Nigeria to be precise. A lot of people, so right now, majority of the people are confused. It's more or less like they are grieving. They feel like the protest has been hijacked and they didn't achieve anything. So as of last week, if you watch my last episode, I talked about SARS and how the movement is metamorphosizing all over the world and across Nigeria. However, right now, an incident happened like 2-3 days ago where it was alleged that the soldiers opened fire on innocent protesters in Nigeria. We all watched the video live on Instagram, and there's been a lot of issues going on across the country. There's been a lot of looting, a lot of people are just doing. There's been a lot of breaking of the law and order. Like the country is in a state of emergency. Left to me, like things that are not right are happening. A lot of young people that have never been involved in social activism, that have never been involved in community organizing, are more or less like traumatized. People can't sleep. People don't know how to process the event because a lot of them were involved in the protest and watching a fellow human being like you dying on a protest ground, listening to the president's uninspired speech has made a lot of people lose hope. Like, they are not happy, they are not excited about what is going on, and they felt like whatever they've done has not yielded any result. So that's why I'm making this episode today to say that what we've done as young people has yielded. It might not be the result we want, but what we are trying to do is a marathon. We're trying to build a nation, and nation building is not a sprint race, it's a marathon. If SARS protest has not really done anything, it has done one thing, which is like the basic and the most important part of nation building, and that is to awaken consciousness of young people. And that is to awaken consciousness of young people. And we've been able to achieve that. We've seen we've tested our powers, and we've seen what we can do when we decide to speak with one voice. So the question has been, going forward, what are we going to do with this movement? How are we going to ensure this metamorphosize into something bigger than SARS, into actually building a nation? Like I said, so there are phases to nation building. The first thing we did was to awaken consciousness. Everybody's awake right now. When I was designing Lola's Voice, one of my major goal and objective is to awaken the consciousness of young people. I didn't know we were going to have like thousands of people being awakened at the same time. I was thinking of the fact that when you're awake as an individual, you want to tap the next person behind you. For me personally, I've been politically conscious since I was like 21. I've been politically conscious. I've been actively involved in politics. I remember the moment I clocked 18, I was able to vote. I didn't waste no time. I've been really interested in politics. So that's we've been able to awaken consciousness after. For me personally, I want to speak from I don't want to say an expert point of view, but I have a master's degree in social work, and I kind of specialize in community organizing and social action. And I've literally worked on the field myself. I'm still on the field when it comes to community organizing and social action. So after we've awakened consciousness, the next thing we need to do is to seek enlightenment. We need to educate ourselves, and as young people, we need to seek enlightenment. We need to be conscious. We need to listen to news. We need to look out for sincere people we want to listen to. Just enlighten yourself, get as much education as you can. And when I'm saying education, it doesn't have to be like going to school, just knowing what is happening around you. Speak to anybody you can speak to. A lot of us have younger ones who are going to clock 18, who are going to be introduced into the political world in the next 2-3 years. We want to work with these people. We want to enlighten them. Even we as ourselves, we don't know it all finished. We want to enlighten ourselves. We want to educate ourselves. After we've seek enlightenment as a person, house to house campaign, door to door campaign, because majority of what we're talking about is as a result of politics, is as a result of bad leadership. It's as a result of people not being accountable. It's as a result of people not no consequences for bad action. People think they can get away with it. So after we've seek enlightenment as young people, then the next thing is you want to empower yourself. How do you empower yourself? You've been enlightened, you've been awakened, then you want to empower yourself. What do you want to use to empower yourself? You want to empower yourself with your education. We want to empower yourself with your PVC. You want to empower yourself with actively participating in politics. Do you want to join a new political party? Do you want to form your own party? But you know, for me, I believe in strategy. We can't just be on the street protesting, because there's a time to protest, there's a time to advocate, there's a time to lobby, there's time to engage, there's time to educate. You know, all these things have stages, and we have to ensure we're doing the right thing and we don't just let this movement go into waste. So after you've empowered yourself with your PVC, with knowing right from wrong, you know, it's nation building, it's marathon. We just have to keep putting just keep doing our best to get things done. So when you empower yourself, that's when you now have the power to manifest the Nigeria you want. That's when you have the power to make the decision. That's when you have the power to vote somebody into power. And looking at it, it's not all about voting. There is something fundamentally wrong with the Nigerian system. So all hands needs to probably be on deck. A lot of people are having conversation right now. You want to join people to have this conversation. You want to be, you know, political activism and social consciousness should be like when we're discussing football. We should have this conversation all the time. You can watch my previous video. I've talked about grassroots. I've talked about a lot of things, and I'll continue to talk about these things as it grow or as the idea come to my mind. So after you've empowered yourself, you are educated enough to make a decision on your own. Just follow your heart, make a decision, know the right people to follow, because a lot of people are going to stand up. You want to be sure you're following the right person. You want to be sure you're doing the right person, the right thing yourself. Then after that, we can now manifest the Nigeria of our dream. And what's the Nigeria of our dream? Manifest our human capital as a nation, because the greatest asset of Nigeria is the human capital. So when we manifest as a human capital in the nation, so I'm urging young people not to give up, not to feel defeated, not to feel defeated, because we've shown that when we speak with one voice, we can do it, and we did it. We've done it. It's just a matter of going back to the table and organizing ourselves, strategizing, and doing what is right. So don't feel defeated. Don't give up on your nation. Nation building is more of a marathon than a sprint. This is just the beginning, and we all have work to do. All hands has to be on deck to build the Nigeria of our dream. I hope and pray we all live to build. We all live to see the Nigeria of our dreams. Thank you, and thank you for watching this episode. I'll be here from time to time talking about what is happening. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like my video if you agree with it, and don't forget to share if you agree with it as well. Don't feel defeated. Thank you.